G'day, it's Garth from Ecom Rebel, and back again live tonight. So, what I want to talk about tonight is a question I see come up a lot, and that is, how long will drop shipping last? So, that's a question you hear a lot of people talk about, and I'm going to break that down and talk about what I think about that and just cover a few different things. So, yeah, before I get started with that, if you guys are interested in learning about dropshipping and want to join a community, you're quite welcome to check out ecomrebel.com and see if it works for you. All right, so let's go switch screens. Excellent. And if you are live, you're probably asleep. If you're in the US, you're probably asleep. If you're in Australia, you're probably awake. So I'm talking to you now from Brisbane, Australia. All right, and if you guys are up, it's like 9 o'clock. If you are up, just say hi, just get on the chat. I think I can see your chats come through. Give us a thumbs up. If you're seeing this video afterwards, drop a comment below, say hello. All right, so let's get into it. Let's go to my little presentation. You can see my screen. All right, I'll press my little button. Excellent. All right, so how long will dropshipping last? So you get this question a lot, and I'm going to break it down for you. This is what I think. Indefinitely. That's how long it's going to last. And I'll go into the reasons for that. This is for why people say it won't last. Okay, so if you've sort of been around some different groups and mainly Facebook groups, and you're in all the dropshipping groups, you're going to hear a lot of stuff. The first thing is they don't understand how dropshipping works. So they might have no idea about dropshipping or e-commerce in general. They might be just a beginner, might be a newbie or something like that, and they just got no concept of what they're talking about, and that's why they think it doesn't last. The other thing is they know about dropshipping. They might have come across like a general dropshipping store. So, yeah, if you've been around for a while and you've been in this space, you would have seen stores that were there 12 months ago, but now they're not, or even stores that only last 3 months and they're not there anymore. And you think, well, if this store, was doing well and they're doing like $1 million a month or $1 million a year, whatever it is, and then all of a sudden they're not there anymore, then hey, this dropshipping doesn't work. And that's just not correct at all. A lot of stores, there is stores that scam people. Yeah, okay, that happens. But there's other stores that are general dropshipping stores that have a run under a particular general store. They might switch to another store. It's never just one store. They always operate with multiple stores because things can happen, which is why they have separate stores. They also even run niche stores. So, there will be stores that are no longer running. And it's just like when you see retail locations where there'll be a store there one week and no store the next week we go there. So this happens with retail all the time. You'll see it in dropshipping and you'll see it in normal e-commerce stores because people are just not getting the sales or they don't understand how to get the sales. Okay, another thing they say is they see people getting on their Facebook ad accounts banned. So lately, Facebook has just been going through and banning a lot of people. Now, I haven't had personal experience with that, but nearly every second post in the group. So, we're talking groups of 10, 20, 30, 40,000 people. And I'm in quite a few dropshipping groups. And basically, all these people are posting day after day. Oh, what do I do? I got my Facebook ad account banned, or I got my business manager account banned. So you see this every day, and people see it and they go, well, how can dropshipping be working if people have got their accounts banned? So that's another thing that people say. They also see Shopify closing stores. So if you go against terms of service for Shopify, they can shut your store down. If you, do some trademark goods or something like that you shouldn't be doing, and then you get reported, Shopify will shut your store down. Also, people continually post in Facebook groups. You may have seen this, where they'll be typing away and they'll say, I've spent $500 this month, or I've spent $5,000 in the last 3 months, and I've hardly had any sales, and I just can't make this work. This drop shipping doesn't work. It's not working. And there's a lot of posts like that. And it's only because those people haven't had any success for themselves. And so they, well, half of them, maybe more, believe that dropshipping doesn't work. But the truth is, dropshipping does work. They just can't make it work for themselves. And that's okay. Another one we see is PayPal and Stripe burning accounts and withholding funds. So this is like one of the most other popular things that happens a lot is they'll be talking about, failing at ads. You'll also see, I got my PayPal account banned. I got my Stripe account banned. And this seems to be like nearly every second question in the groups is, what do I do? What do I do about that? And I did actually make another video about PayPal and Stripe banning and what you can do. You can check that out on the channel. So you get all these questions that people have put there out there, and this is why people believe that it doesn't make money. Also, they hear stories about suppliers accepting orders, but not fulfilling orders. So that happens with, like, for example, AliExpress. And with AliExpress, you'll hear about it. The people will be basically, they'll be putting out orders, right? They'll be putting out orders, and you'll be thinking that orders are going out, but then you'll start getting complaints after 2 or 3 weeks, and all of a sudden, bam, you've discover that the tracking is incorrect, and they've actually just been sending nothing out. They've just been giving you false things. So that happens a lot. And so I'll just go press just want to make sure my live stream is still working. I think it is. Just double checking my screen because it went pretty quiet there. All right, so we'll just go back into it again. All right, so yeah, so this is the scariest thing is you're making sales. You got suppliers who, apparently are sending stuff out. You see the tracking numbers come in. And then 3 weeks later, you're getting all these complaints that they're not getting. That's when you get accounts banned, or because your supplier's not doing what they're meant to be doing, or just being fraudulent, or run out of product and don't tell you. So this happens a lot, especially with AliExpress. There's no sort of, what do they care? So you'll hear people talking about this, and this is why people think that it doesn't work. Also, they see fake gurus. So you can always see these people, they'll make a video or they'll do screenshots, and they'll talk about how much money they're making. And the reason is they want to do two things. They want you to believe that they're doing really well at dropshipping so that you'll come to them for answers. And then what they're going to do is they will say, hey, if you pay me some money, right, I'll show you exactly how to get sales, how to get your store, what you need to do, right? And it might be that they charge $500. It might be charged $2,000, whatever, for their own. They might tell you that they're going to help you an hour a week or something like that and get personal training or consultation or whatever. But you pay them the money, and then you'll be lucky to ever see them again. And that happens. You'll always see people post about they've lost hundreds of dollars. Some people have lost thousands of dollars paying to someone who is just not telling the truth. And this goes on all the time, not just drop shipping, but other things as well. So they see these fake gurus, and when they hear about them catching out, and then people go, well, drop shipping mustn't work. All right. And also people are selling courses. There is a bunch of people selling courses. I don't know. I think I've got a list of maybe 20 or 30 well-known people that are selling courses. But I would say that most of them are genuine. And they are, successful in their own right, and they have the right to offer that information to other people if they want it. Out in the real world, if you want to, actually get knowledge, no one's just going to give it to you for the fun of it. Like it just doesn't happen. Maybe if you're lucky and you find a mentor that helps you and teaches you stuff, but in the real world, no one's going to help you set up a business and possibly compete against them or something like that. So the people that are doing the courses, their risk is that you're going to be competing with them in some way. And the other part of it is their reward is they're going to be making good money on the courses that they sell, but as long as they're giving good value, there's no problem with that. It's only when people are selling something and you're really not getting the value for it, but sooner or later they die and disappear. There's been plenty of people do courses and they're never around, after 3 months or whatever, after they do it. All right. So why will it last? So I'm going to cover some of the things why I think it will last. The first thing is drop shipping is a business model. Okay, there's lots of different business models, and drop shipping is just one of them. So you could be a retailer, you can do wholesale, you can just do manufacturing. But drop shipping is a business model. I'll be covering some other videos on exactly, more details about the business model. But essentially, drop shipping is where you basically take orders, you sell it, you can sell online, you take orders, and then you give those orders to your supplier, and your supplier then fulfills those orders, and they have the product and they send direct to customer, and you pay them and the customer pays you. So basically you're profiting the difference between what you sell it for and what you pay your supplier. The difference is you don't have to hold the stock. They're the one holding the stock. It's in their warehouse, and they're the ones that are responsible for sending it out. So, and drop shipping doesn't just happen online in this space. It happens all over the place in a lot of different industries, where one place will be doing it. They'll be supplying the product to the end customer, and you might think, well, why doesn't the supplier want to deal with that customer and take your customer away? And the truth is they don't want to do that. They just want to make money with the least amount of interaction with customers. That's the honest truth. So that's why when you go to, if you go through normal suppliers, they don't want to deal with the end user or the customer, because they know they're going to deal with customer service. But if you're dealing with dealers or suppliers or manufacturers, they might have a rep, or they might have a small customer service team just to handle the stores, and they can make actually more profit with lower overheads because they don't have to deal with customer service. But when you're selling to lots and lots of people a product, you have to provide customer service. And that is something that they don't want to do. That's why some of them don't mind doing the actual dropship products for you, as long as you're dealing with the customer, because the customer is pretty much the hard part, that interaction. So that's worthwhile. There's always going to be sellers willing to take orders and fulfill those orders. Likewise, there's always going to be marketers out there that can generate sales, and they're looking for new products all the time. Okay. Another important thing is low startup costs. Drop shipping is very low startup costs, low overheads to keep running. So, this is very attractive to drop shipping, is why so many people do it, and highly profitable. Just even if you did it like on $1 million, it's very high. Let's say $1 million over 12 months in sales, doing it right, you'll end up with $100,000 to $200,000 profit after everything's said and done, if you do it correctly. And that's very achievable. So that's why people do it, because in a normal business you can do $1 million, but your overheads can eat it up. Whereas with drop shipping, you've got people who create videos, you've got people who do product research, talking VAs here, and you got customer service. And then, of course, your biggest expense will be your advertising, whether it's Facebook or Google ads. So you've got to decide, all right? You've got to decide. You can say it doesn't work while others bank cash every day, okay? Or you can get the tools, you can learn the skills, and have the right mindset. You can make it work for you. It's as simple as that. So I'm going to wrap it up. If you would like to join our dropshipping community, you can check out ecomrebel.com. That's ecomrebel.com. Check it out. If you have any questions, drop them down below. And if basically if there's any content you would like to see, or anything would like to like any videos that you want me to put out, drop them in the comments below, because I'm making those videos as part of the community. So I've already got a lot of videos that are free on this channel, and also on ecomrebel.com. And there's also a lot of videos and information there for our members of the community as well. So if you choose to become a member, you can get access to that, and we're building that out. So basically we're building that library out so that you'll have access to these resources at any time you need to know an answer. And we'll be having live webinars, basically where you can get on and ask questions. So the biggest problem with a lot of the other groups is like when you start out and you get into a course, there's always going to be questions or something that you need to learn, and it's very difficult to get that information. And whether you're researching stuff yourself or whether you do a course, doesn't matter. You still need to have some sort of interaction and talk to people that are doing it. And unfortunately, a lot of the Facebook groups, people are asking the questions, but unless the owner of the group or the person that's really doing well, unless they respond, there's hardly anyone else that responds. And that's something I see all the time. And generally, it's very technical things that people are after. And this dropshipping community is all about the nitty gritty, get those things done and fix those problems and help each other. And that's what it's all about. So I'm going to be talking about the high level stuff in here, but inside the community, we'll be talking about the real things that make a difference, to basically make those minor things that can make a big difference to your dropshipping business. So I think that's all I wanted to cover tonight. Thanks very much for joining me, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Okay, bye.